This is Kate with Groove Cruise TV, hosted by Lvnding, and we are here with Skeeter. Skeeter, tell me, what is your role with Groove Cruise?
Hello, everyone. I am Skeeter. I am the managing director here at Whet Travel, and we put on Groove Cruise.
Fantastic. So tell me, kind of, what does your day to day look like leading up to Groove Cruise? How do you get ready for this?
I don't know if we're ever truly ready. It's like an ever-changing experience for sure. We're obviously we've changed a lot of things. We have the transformational stages each day. So when the themes change, we obviously are changing the stages as the themes change. So that is logistics nightmare in itself, but it's definitely just a lot of fun. But day to day, I handle like all of our on-land operations, finance, marketing, talent relations, things like that.
Awesome. And how did you get into that?
So I actually started off as a volunteer in 2016. I did our artist hospitality and just immediately fell in love with the experience. And I was like, all right, Jason, like I'm gonna keep bugging you until you hire me. And finally in 2018, I became a full-time employee. And I joke around. I say I'm the janitor. I used to do all the shit no one else wanted to do, and it paid off. Then COVID obviously happened, and we kind of restructured, took a step back, and re-strategized on how we wanted to kind of keep the brand alive during that time. And it paid off. We were a really strong team. We're obviously doing, I feel like, much better than it was, and it's been a great experience this whole entire time, and very happy to be here.
Awesome. That's really fantastic to hear. So you said that you were the janitor and you did the stuff that nobody wanted to do. What is the stuff that you really, really like doing?
To me, it's always been just kind of building an experience that at the end of the day you could look at and see that you're changing people's lives. That's something that I immediately gravitated towards Jason. Like as soon as I met him, he's had this goal of exciting the lives of 1 million people, and like I wanted to do that too. And it was like, I joke around like he's like my big brother. Like, we go back and forth, he annoys me, I annoy him. But at the end of the day, we're all here to do it. All of I would say 90% of our staff on Whet Travel all started off as volunteers. We obviously believed in the goal, the dream, and we get to execute it daily. And I mean, this is the biggest ship we've ever done. It's 20 years for him, and it's just truly amazing seeing all these new people, first timers that have never been here. We call them virgins, and the captains are truly what steer the ship. Without them, we would not be here, and it's super humbling because like at the end of the day, like when everyone's coming up to you and saying, "Oh my God, this is an amazing experience! Like I can't wait to come back," like you're putting a face to it, and like I feel like that's with us is we are out there. We're a very small company, and a lot of people know who each of us are. And, we're out there with them. We're having fun. We're making those relationships, and we're making those memories with them. So I think that's, truly powerful in itself.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. So I'm a Groove Cruise virgin. This is my virgin. This is my first one. What tips do you have for me and any other Groove Cruise virgins out there? Or like, what's the biggest ones?
Stay hydrated and eat, which I'm not doing right now. No, definitely just always go in with an open mind. Even if you're an avid festival goer, it's not going to be like that. It's completely different. It's a different beast in itself. You have the luxury of being 5 minutes from a hot shower and a warm, a bed to like just go rest in. We are truly 24/7, 96 straight hours of music across I think we have like 11 stages on this one, and there's music no matter where you go. You can't escape it. You could go to your room, but you're still gonna hear a little bit of it. But just experiment. If you're not into melodic bass, go see a Sirens Echo party. If you're not into house music, go to a Rise and Tides party. If you're not into trance, go to an Embark party. We have all these different brands that truly open up the mind. We curate every stage to be very, information. Show everyone a little bit of a new palette. We have different concepts like Taking Back Emo, and we have the old school hip hop party. So we just like to everyone needs to escape house music. Everyone needs to escape trance music. You just need to be able to have these different variations, and I think that's what makes this experience truly, magical. Is you're never going to get the same experience, any given day it'll be completely different, which is awesome.
For
So
sure.
just be open-minded, experiment, walk around, stay hydrated and eat.
Yeah, absolutely. So, there's all of these different experiences going on, and obviously you're putting a lot of work into all of them, but do you have one that maybe you're most excited for?
So that's always a loaded question. I'm excited for the entire experience itself, but taking back emo and Sirens Echo obviously are very near and dear to my heart. It's something we came up with during COVID, and we never thought we'd be able to do it, and they're both taking off in itself. And with Rising Tides, it's house music, and we have Embark, which is trance, and then Abyss, which is techno, and I think just creating these different experiences on different stages and the way that it's curated, it's exciting in itself. You never know what to expect. You never know which DJ is going to go back to back. You never know if one artist who plays house music is just going to drop like the fattest melodic bass set you've ever heard. And I think that's also what makes me excited about this, is that artists are truly able to play the way that they may not ever get to play anywhere else. So they will experiment with a different genre. They will experience with that, will that track really go off? Should I try it? So I think that's what makes me most excited, is just that it's freeing for everyone. That's artists, staff, and the captains themselves.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like there's no place more free than the middle of the ocean. So it's a really cool,
it's just
curated.
It's just a common factor to it. Like, you're in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by 4,800 of your new friends, and it's and a lot of the returning captains. It's like a family reunion. They look forward to this all year long, and it's a humbling experience when you have that many. It's a community, it's a family, and it's great.
Yeah. Do you have any kind of moments that maybe live in your mind rent-free from Groove Cruise, stand out, pivotal moments for you?
The go-to moment that I always go to is coming back from COVID and just being on the pool deck, not knowing we had that second outbreak literally days before our cruise. We lost half of our staff that got COVID. We were getting cancellations by the day, and it was just one of those things okay, what is this cruise going to be like? Thankfully the cruise line we were working with was they worked with us on it, and we were able to put together a really great event. And it was being on the pool deck as we were kind of pulling away and just realizing holy shit, because 2 years ago we didn't think that would ever happen again. And just being on the cruise ship again, surrounded by, then we had 3,000 people on that one, and we were the first charter cruise to come back. That moment lives rent free, because it was just we never thought we'd be able to do it again, and it was super cool, and it definitely lives rent free.
Awesome. Well, it's great that you were able to revitalize the brand and bring it back. COVID really impacted the whole music industry so hard, but we're going to leave that in the past.
For sure. Always in the past.
What is the future of Groove Cruise? Where do you see this in the next 1 year, 5 years, 10 years? Where do you want to go besides the Bahamas?
The moon. Duh.
The moon.
The first space charter. No, obviously we've been growing. Yeah, Moonland. There you go. Obviously we've been really kind of up in everything. Last year we started with changing the themes every day with the decor. This year we kind of stepped it up with the pool stage, making it a living coral reef. The atrium being modular and changing it every day. And the theater itself is just a beast in itself. Just being able to kind of continue to create these new experiences and just tell the story. So Groove Cruise in the future, I could say that it's going to start having some cool stories to be told. And we're just going to continue growing and creating those memories and, get into that goal of exciting 1 million lives.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's, you talked about the themes a little bit. Let's dive into the themes. Who comes up with the themes? How do you come up with them? What's the story?
So our operations coordinator, Maylee, actually partners with a theme committee where we have some captains give their feedback. We do surveys after every event. And, we have a theme committee. We go through all the different ideas, and we all collectively talk about it. And Maylee and the theme committee kind of, execute it. And, they're really great. It's 50 Shades of Nintendo. It's going to be interesting. Don't know what that's going to entail. But the last time we did a 50 Shades of anything, we did 50 Shades of Disney. And that was that was different. It's just all about being, yourself, being able to create. Some of our captains like spend all year creating the themes, and they build their own costumes. They're intricate. They're like custom made. It's just really cool to see everyone's creativity and being able to have that free space to be able to do that.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have a theme that you're most looking forward to? Would it be the 50 Shades of Nintendo?
Probably for me, I was most excited for kind of tonight, which is the Decades theme, because we have a really cool Decades party planned where it's going to go from like just classic trance, classic house, emo, taking back emo. We have the old school hip hop party with a producer who has made some legendary hip hop songs. So it's definitely gonna be a fun night for sure. It's gonna be a little bit of everything. It's gotta have a lot of like old school tunes and tracks that you probably haven't heard of in a while, and it's gonna be fun tonight. So
awesome.
Yeah, Decades Night's gonna be cool.
For sure. Are you dressing up? Do you have an outfit planned?
I do not. I usually wear black. I blend in at night.
Okay, that's fair. It's the standard music industry black.
Yep.
Okay, you get a pass.
Hood up, all black, just hiding, lurking in the crowd.
Do you get to kind of step away from work and do any of the activities, or are you kind of go all the time?
Yeah, it's like whenever we have some downtime. Obviously with any event, there's consistent changes. We have, like I said, we have a really amazing team who's always on top of it, and we're gonna have challenges. We're gonna have we're gonna adapt to those challenges and overcome them. And we all have fun. At the end of the day, this is something we've been working on for some of us for 2 years, and it's great to kind of see it come to fruition.
Yeah, for sure. So we're gonna wrap it up here, but I have
Awesome.
one more question for
Sure.
you. Would you rather fight 12 horse-sized chickens or 50 chicken-sized horses?
I mean, 50 chicken-sized horses for sure.
Yeah, you think you could take them all?
I'm not gonna fight a freaking chicken. Chickens are mean. At least horses, give them a carrot, they'll leave you alone. Chickens are out to get you. Whether they're 2 feet tall or horse-sized, no. No, we're gonna leave chickens alone.
All right, well, you heard it here. We're gonna leave the chickens alone. This has been Groove Cruise TV. I'm Kate, hosted by Lvnding. Thank you so much for coming out,
Thank
Skeeter.
you for having me. Thank you guys for coming.
Absolutely. You have a good one.
Absolutely. Bye, guys.